Today we're going to see the best and worst rounds of Week 2 VCT, and then we're going to predict what's happening in Week 3. Let's start with the best round of Week 2, which is not going to any particular team, but it's going to one man. Texture.
Just in time before the execute happens. Is 3 going to be enough for Paper X? As we do see the spray coming in through the smoke. Nobody close. They still haven't cleared the second trip, but it's going to be something that draws the aggro first. We're seeing it good for a double jinx. Still alive on the site. Something trying to bounce back out as Jinx flies forward, but Texture, he's just going in through aim training as all these targets fly at him. 1v2. Can he get the cloak? He's already been spotted. He's going to plant with the help of the peak shells. Finds one. Doesn't have time though. He has to stick the plant. Will he have it? He stops it. Divine knows. And he goes for the peak. Texture with the ace. And once again, he drags Jin.
And then the worst round of the week. And we actually have an honorable mention first up, which goes to Na'Vi.
He's buying them time. That's the one major thing. Can he get any kills from it? No. There's still 25 seconds as they're now going to encroach onto Xiao. Left with very little to play with here. He can't even really risk peeking out. And they're going back, though. They're walking into Saigetsu. He's waiting in the corner. He's going to find two again. And there's Ardis. That was the one thing that Liquid couldn't do, was walk back towards the B site. However, Yuppie still makes this possible. Rolling Thunder could keep him safe, but he's just going to go for it. Oh, the back. Mind. Oh, Chad's just mollied himself. He wanted to clear that corner. Wanted to make sure he wasn't close.
But of course, the actual worst round of the week went to Koi.
These comps, the focal point becomes the Yoru. It becomes the value they're able to get from that. Sacrificing the second initiator to have obviously another controller here and it being the Omen this time around. We did see an example yesterday, the Astra, but I don't know, I'm here for it.
Yeah, look, I'm ready to see statistical anomalies. I mean, Koi haven't had the most wondrous of records, but, you know, look and see what they can achieve now. They have at least claimed a couple of victories this year themselves. Haven't looked atrocious, a couple of off games. I think we have to call it how it is. These two teams are in desperate need of starting to look good.
Oh, they both need a win today. Oh, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Ready, Raid's going to do well. Going to find his opposing number. And touch on the spike, and as it stands, no denial, and that's a problem because none of this utility is landing. BBL.
Okay, but with that out of the way, now let's do some pick'ems. Big week in Week 3, and we'll start with China. And the first game is a big game, Wolves versus Trace. I will be going to a Wolves game next week, probably. And they're playing against Trace, who are very good. And so Trace should win this game, but Wolves, of course, will win. I'm going to pick Wolves every single time. FPX, though, will beat Nova. Billy versus AG. Could go either way, this one, but I'll go Billy. DRG versus JDG. Man, this one, again, could go either way. DRG are an absolutely wild team, but I will pick them. I will pick Nova to beat Tyloo, and obviously EDG to beat Tech. Moving on to Pacific, and Pacific is actually where my pick'ems are going pretty well. I got 7 out of 8 last week as well. I'm doing really well in Pacific, so this is my region, and our first game is Gen G versus DRX. Now, I said on Cosmic Divide yesterday that I did kind of want to pick DRX, and as part of me still does kind of want to pick DRX, but I picked Gen G there to be different to Elevate, so I'm going to stick with Gen G again right here. Now, Bleed versus DFM. I'm just going to pick against Bleed pretty much every game until they... I mean, they could win this game. It wouldn't shock me if they did win this game, but I'm still going to pick DFM. And I will pick RRQ as well against Global, even though, again, Global could win this game. It wouldn't shock me necessarily if they did. Team Zero, Paper Rex. Obviously, I'm going Paper Rex. Talon versus T1. I'm going to go for T1. Gen G versus Zeta. I'm going to go Gen G. No real surprise in any of them. Team Secret versus DFM, though. I am going to go Team Secret. This is just following the model of Team Secret. You know, hey, they lost to Paper Rex, so they're going to beat DFM. You know, the old classic Team Secret kind of thing, where they win one, lose one. And Paper Rex versus Global. I'm going to pick Paper Rex. Okay, EMEA, I would say my picks are going okay. We got some right. Again, BBL are just trolling me. My BBL picks are not going great, but I won't be picking them again. Fnatic versus Gentlemates. Yeah, I'm going to go Fnatic. No real surprise there. Now, this is a hard game. Carmine Core versus Na'Vi. This one, you know, and this is why EMEA is interesting, because you get these big games because there's like 6 teams that are like evenly matched. And so Carmine Core versus Na'Vi could go either way. but I'm gonna lean Na'Vi in this one, just because Army Core against Foot didn't know how to adjust to weird comps, and Na'Vi are known for playing some pretty weird stuff, so I think that they might do, and that might throw Army Core off. BBL versus Heretics, I'm just gonna go Heretics, pretty simple. Vitality versus Foot. Now here's the thing, Foot also are playing some weird comps, but I think if they continue to do so, if there's footage out there, Vitality could come up with a good game plan for it. So I'm gonna go Vitality, despite the fact I put Foot #1 in the EMEA power rankings. Team Liquid versus Giants. I do think Team Liquid, even though they did massively choke the week before, of course, I do still think they are a better team and have shown more than Giants overall. And I'm gonna pick Fnatic versus Koi, because I'm never gonna pick Koi. And then finally we have Americas, where again my pick'ems are not going well here at all. But we've got a lot of Americas games this week. It is the Americas Super Week, so a lot of games to pick. Sen versus MIBR, easy one to start off with. I'll go Sentinels. Loud versus C9. Now, is there a chance that C9 win? Yes, but Loud I think will have majorly benefited from the fact that they didn't play last week. You know, there's more footage now on Cloud9. They might have changed some stuff up, and so I will be going for Loud in that one. Crew versus EG, I think will be very similar to Crew versus MIBR, where they just out-aim them, so I'm going to go for Crew. NRG Lev, though, now that is a banger game. That is an absolute banger, particularly if we get Aspas playing like he did last week. Again, there is definitely a chance that Lev could win this. We haven't really seen NRG be tested thus far. This should be a good test for them, but I am still going to lean NRG, but Lev definitely could win that game. G2 versus Furia. Furia aren't very good, so I'll go G2. 100 Thieves versus Cloud9. I do think that 100 Thieves have just played a little bit better, and 100 Thieves are actually the team that are only playing once this week, I think, or at least one of them. So they will have had extra prep time for this over Cloud9 as well, so I will be going for 100 Thieves. Sen versus EG, pretty simple. I'll go Sen. NRG will be MIBR. G2 Leviathan. I do think that Lev should have enough firepower to be able to beat G2. And Crew versus Loud. I mean, hey, Crew, could they beat Loud? They always used to beat Brazilian teams. Could they do it again? Maybe. Maybe. But I'll still go Loud.